Leicester Football Club tell Chelsea how much they want for Fofana. Chelsea make another signing to make it signing number 3. Oh yeah, and we've got a whole host of outgoing. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas, you guys. I'm severely hungover, so if my voice is absolutely crackling right now, you know why. But we have got 5 major stories for you guys to keep you up to date with all the latest Chelsea news that you need to know before the week starts up again. Number 1, Wesley Fofana, 80 to 85 million pounds. We're gonna break it down. Leicester set the fee. We are going to be understanding why Chelsea are doing it, and there's a certain club that's always in our Achilles heel that wants to ruin everything for us, and it's not Barcelona that is keeping an eye on. We'll talk about that. Number 2, stupidity at Chelsea continues. Denzel Dumfries, the deal to bring him to Stamford Bridge is ongoing. We'll debrief that. Number 3, we've got a new goalkeeper that Chelsea have officially signed, and in my eye, he's going to be the replacement for Kepa after January. We'll talk about him. Number 4, there's a whole host of outgoings. The outgoings are piling up, with Timo Werner taking a pay cut and Kepa Arrizabalaga taking a pay cut to leave Chelsea on loans. And we're going to talk about why players are leaving on loans and not on permanence, and how the old regime potentially could have cost Chelsea in the present. But it's a risk that we have to take. So let's get into it. Alright, so if you guys want to be very nice to me and very nice to Tash, who does not feel very well right now, hit the like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes. If you guys think Tash is a nice person, hit that like button. Number 2, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments below, let me know, right, where are you watching me from? I love the idea that everyone in different time zones, different cultures, all of us come together for our love of football. And we sit down and we talk about football. In the pinned comment is my Instagram. People have been hitting me up questions and I've been responding with voice notes. It's absolutely jokes. They followed me. That's in a pinned comment. And if you like fantasy football, which I adore, we've got a league created. So now that all of the formalities are done, let's get into the news. That's what you lot came here. But hit the like button. We're aiming for 1,000. Alright, so evidently Chelsea don't do nothing properly. This is one thing that we understand, right? We wanted De Ligt, got Koulibaly, upgrade. We wanted Dembele, we ended up with Sterling. But this is a great, not upgrade, but it's still a great asset to have in the club. And now we wanted Koundé, and it looks like we're going to potentially go after Fofana. For me, that's an upgrade as well. Fofana to Chelsea is something that I've been eagerly anticipating potentially for a while now. I thought he's very good, he's versatile, and he's got the on-ball abilities and recovery pace. He's 6'2", 1m90. He has got everything in his package to become a world-class defender at Chelsea. The question is going to be, is Leicester going to sell him? So Leicester want around about 80 to 85 million pounds, and that is a lot of money for a 21-year-old that's recovering from a leg break injury and has only had, I think it's 6 games since. Is he worth the money? 100%, without a doubt, this kid's worth the money. I've always said this, and I'm going to reiterate this again. Better to pay the money once and pay it properly and get a talent for the next 3 to 5 years. Then you can rethink whether you want another talent coming in, than buying someone and in 12 months time you're looking for another alternative, and combined you've ended up spending £100 million and you got some dead wood on your bench. No, let's not do that. Let's pay the money, go after it. Chelsea are willing to pay somewhere between 70 million and potentially sell them players to see whether they're happy with that to lower the fee. I don't think that's going to happen. I think if Chelsea want to buy him, they're going to have to go and put their money where their mouth is. And the interesting thing is apparently Milan Skriniar's move to PSG is breaking down, and PSG could potentially be looking at Wesley Fofana. And this is really worrying me because he is French. Playing for PSG will almost guarantee he gets into the French squad, and more importantly, PSG's pull at this moment in time just seems to be a bit more serious than Chelsea. I don't know why, but for some reason their pull is different. Like whenever they have a knock, players tend to go. But of course, stupidity is part of Chelsea's name, and Chelsea all of a sudden think that spending around about 25 to 30 million pounds for Denzel Dumfries is good business. Let me tell you right now, this is terrible business. This guy is not good in the final third. He is very quick. He is very good at finding space in behind and running into it. But once he gets the ball, he's not the most prolific in the final third. Poor decision making, poor control, poor shooting technique. The guy is not the caliber of talent Chelsea should be going. Chelsea should have more quality on the ball and the ability of switching play. I don't think he has that in his passing range. Yet Chelsea are eagerly pursuing it. Personally, I would rather go with Ruben Loftus-Cheek or Callum Hudson-Odoi in that position. A lot of people are not going to like that. but I genuinely believe the one-on-one individualism is in both of them. Both of them have got a better delivery than Dumfries does, and Dumfries will be £30 million. Well, not well spent, sorry. It's going to be money that we are going to have to get off our books in 2 years because the next manager won't like Dumfries. It's money down the toilet. I really hope that this move doesn't happen. I really hope that this is one of those moves that we're getting used to. It starts up, it heats up, and it just breaks down. So this is my opinion. I want to know yours. Do you guys rate Dumfries? Because I really don't. I just asked if she rates Denzel Dumfries. She don't know who he is. So no, she doesn't rate him. But Chelsea signed a goalkeeper from the MLS, and they signed him for $15 million, which is around about £12 million with add-ons. So this is going to be an interesting signing. This signing is not for now. This kid was born in 2004. That is absolutely crazy. The fact that he was born in 2004. I was born in 96. I'm starting to feel old. But he's already kept, I think it's 10 clean sheets in the MLS this year. He'll be officially joining Chelsea on the 1st of January after his season-long loan is finished. And this is the smart way to do business. Chelsea did this with Thibaut Courtois. They ended up signing him, kept him again. Then they loaned him out to Atleti. And then 3 years later, he came back and became Chelsea's #1. He needs to play football. You cannot get him and just bring him and make him rot in the under 21s. He needs to become more physical. He needs to learn how to deal with contact, and he needs to become a strong goalkeeper, good at coming for crosses. In the Premier League, I think that is the key attribute keepers need to have. The ability to come and get the ball under contact, because it happens so often, so frequent, that is the testing point, and it always defines keepers for me. How good are you at coming and relieving pressure? On the ball, I've not seen enough of this guy to tell you whether he's fantastic, but I saw some amazing shot stopping from him. Watch the YouTube compilation from just this season. His shot stopping was out of this world. Like, this kid is got great reflexes, strong hands, unlike Kepa. Because I also think that is important for a goalkeeper. The ability to, when you get your hand on it, are you strong enough to keep it out or push it away to the side? Because too many keepers get their hand on it and it just rolls back. And I don't like it. I'm no goalkeeper connoisseur. I have no idea, right, what makes a fantastic goalkeeper, but I know what makes a terrible goalkeeper. And I haven't seen any of the traits from him yet. So it'll be good to see how he develops. Two more stories that are going to be very interesting for a lot of you. And number one is Leipzig want Timo Werner. Look, Leipzig is a new club, and Leipzig haven't been around for a while. And one of their biggest ever players is Timo Werner. Timo Werner is actually one of their all-time top goal scorers. He's absolutely banged for them on a consistent basis, and they secured great money for him when he left Leipzig. Now it looks like they're in conversation with Chelsea. Real Madrid are in conversation with Chelsea, Juventus and Newcastle in potentially taking Timo from Stamford Bridge to one of those clubs. And Werner's even willing to take 50% pay cut to join Leipzig. Let that sink in. He's willing to take less money to go join Leipzig. Considering he's on 290k and he's been stealing a living recently, I don't think there's an issue here, but a lot of people will do. So what do I think of this? I think he needs to go. I really hope he gets sold. I really hope he leaves with an option so we can just get rid of him, and it can be another chapter where we just put a line through the name and say it didn't work out. Whether it's the Newcastle, Real Madrid, Juventus or Leipzig, I don't care. I don't think the player is good enough for Chelsea Football Club. I don't see where he fits in. Thomas Tuchel doesn't want to let him go until we get another body in. Issue here arises, I don't know what was going to happen, because if he leaves, are we going to be in a predicament where we're going to panic buy? I really hope we don't. We don't need so many options. Hopefully, the dream window would be where he goes, Ziyech goes, and maybe Pulisic. And then we can just start to rehash and go again. But I don't see that happening. Well, let's just wait it out. Literally, the league starts next week. Let's wait it out. Finally, Kepa Arrizabalaga looks like he's on his way out of Chelsea as well. Chelsea are going to be paying 75% of his wages for him to go on loan to Napoli. Naples is a beautiful city. They've got a great football club with a great stadium and a great fan base. I think Kepa's going to be very happy there. The lifestyle is going to be a lot better than in London for me personally. I like Italian food. Italian music is decent. And I think the lifestyle in general with the sun is just a lot more comfortable than busy lifestyle in London, because we could see Kepa struggle with the lifestyle in London. Kepa's never fully become settled, and that's something that really amplified when you focus on his goalkeeping. He really struggled to become the #1 on and off the pitch. There's always been stories about him off the pitch not liking the city. There's always been stories about him not being comfortable in the city. So it's going to be interesting for him to go away and potentially reprove himself as one of the elite goalkeepers in world football, because that's what the perception he came into the club with. So whether he can go and we can recoup some of the money that we spent on him, there's no way we're ever going to recoup all of the money, but getting him off the books, us paying 75% of the wages is actually good, because the money he's getting as a second choice goalkeeper is actually wild. Like, it's ridiculously wild. We can't afford to be paying that kind of money. Sorry, I know we're Chelsea, I know we've got the financial capabilities, but it's wild to think we can pay nearly 200k to a backup keeper. Mendy's not been fulfilling me with most security at this moment in time. Like, he consistently has been making mistakes for the last 6 months, but I think he's got enough credit in the bank where we have to trust him into the new season. Let's give him one more season and see if he absolutely flops again this year with those consistent stupid mistakes. Then we're gonna have to go and get another keeper. Potentially a Ter Stegen would be available next time this year. But this was the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed the videos. Look, the season's about to start, right? We need to be positive. We need to maintain some sort of calmness and elegance. I know a lot of you are nervous, and I know a lot of you don't know how the season's gonna go, but that's the excitement, and you'll get that. All my live reaction on the Kavkas View, post-match, pre-match, and all the transfer rumors that you guys need to know here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, 1,000 likes, and in the comments below, tell me where you're watching. Peace out, I'm out. Bye. Say bye, Tash.